Another little tip for beginners that I like is you can see that the ones that are now charged are on this side of my block, the uncharged are on this side. It's just another little technique that you can use to make sure that you don't get double charges, or you get a round that doesn't have a charge in it and then you get a bullet stuck in your barrel. It's just a quick little step you can do just to ensure safety. Alright, so we have 10 charged rounds now. At this point, we're ready to seat the bullets. We have all our charged rounds here. So our next step is to actually seat the bullets. At this point, you need some sort of a caliper gauge. You got many choices. You got just your standard, which is like this here. It's going to show your measurements, like sort of like a ruler. Yeah, this is okay to use, but I like accuracy, so this one here I use at the shop, working on cars and stuff to get a quick idea. This here is your next choice. This is through Mac Tools. It's Essential. This one here is very accurate. You got the gauge, and this works really good too, but it's not as fast as the digital. So I actually went out and purchased the digital not too long ago. Got this one through Mac Tools as well. It's a Fowler, and it's made in the US. It's a good quality. This one here is their plastic one. It's good enough for reloading. I'm not going to use it in the shop, so I wasn't too worried about it. And it's digital, so you get a really quick reading. There's no guessing yourself or anything like that. Just a quick tidbit to people with these calipers is when you clean them, it's good to do every once in a while to make sure that you get a good reading. You don't have to wipe them down or anything. What you want to do is you take a piece of paper, you put it inside the grip here, or the jaws, and you slide it out, and that's going to give you a perfectly clean setup. You can see it zeroed right out. You can also push the 0 button, but when you do that, you might be off 1/1000th of an inch or so. So for this round with the 110 grain, we're gonna be looking at a case overall length of exactly 3 inches. Again, it's for the 30-06, which is very similar to a 308. But in this case, because it's a compressed load, you actually can't get these velocities out of a 308 because the case won't be able to handle it. So that's why you go with a 30-06. Alright, at this point you take a charged round, put it in place, take your bullet or projectile, set it up in, and right now I have a little bit of resistance on it, so I know that the bullet's going to be in place a small amount. So you take it out, take a quick reading, give you an idea of where you're at. Alright, so I'm at 3.37. I want to be at 3 inches even. So I'm just going to turn this down a little bit at a time. Take another reading. I don't think I'm going to be all that much difference. Yeah, 3.35. It's one of those things, if it takes you 20 times to get the right length, who cares? 3.32. Well, 3.27, so I'm getting there. Another one of these that you can get, I believe Hornady makes it, and Lyman Pro. They actually have these set up for bullets. They'll have a special holder on this end and a special holder on this end, because as you saw with this one when I was trying to measure it, the bullet keeps slipping out and stuff. It's not a big deal to me, but the actual tool will hold it in place so you don't have to worry about that. Alright, so there we go. One round complete. Looks pretty funny with only a 110 grain round in there, but she works. go get some gophers now.
So he's just going to go through and finish seating all these bullets, and I wanted to note that in the next installment we're going to be talking about all the different rounds that McGarry has loaded up, and we're also going to show some test firing out at the range. So stay tuned for part 5. It's definitely going to be a good one. I also wanted to note that there's no sound in the background right now because this clip had some music in it, and that music is copyrighted, so there's nothing wrong with your speakers or anything like that. We love our Winchester. He's not the brightest crayon in the box, but we love him.
This was an odd case. The bullet didn't go down in place properly, and I set it through the press. So that's a bummer. Save the powder from it. Because that one round got screwed up, I like having an exact amount, so I'm going to go ahead and reset one more round. But for the sakes of the video, I'm going to use this priming setup. This is what comes on the press. As you can see, I've got the primer in there now, and with the whole setup back, you can see that it would push it up in place. So go ahead and as you can see, it's not seated all the way now, so I have to mess with it for a little bit. This is why I don't really care for this setup.
It seems like it took a considerable amount of effort.
Yeah, versus the other setup that you just go like that. It's nice and easy.
Yeah. Wow.
So, it's good now. This is my 30-06 that you've seen in all the videos. I just recently got a Boyd's stock on it, and I love this stock. It's the Prairie Hunter option, so it's got the really high comb. I got a new Nikon Pro Staff 3-9 by 40, and I cut my barrel back to 18 inches, and can't wait to get her back out.